Okay, it is time for part 3 of the Ruptured Towers walkthrough thing. This is Anguish, the water-themed portion. It is quite large externally. You can't really see how large it actually is. So I'm going to go TFC here. When I got a little out of hand building this thing. I may expand it so that you can actually see the bottom more easily. But yeah, there's water coming out. It's made of solid ice. It is, all that glacier stuff. And of course, some of this is from Dragonborn, so that is another reason why the Ruptured Towers can't be part of the no DLC version. There's also a shipwreck up here, and that will come back into play later. Remember how that looks. And there's the bridge to the next place, the shadow portion. And beyond that is the spirit portion, and the rest is not loading properly because this place is lame. Anyway, so let's head in to Anguish. Anguish is when it starts getting really weird. Everything's pretty weird, but Anguish is when it starts getting super weird. Loss, the shadow portion, is when it gets definitely super weird, and then Misery is just incredibly weird. Sometimes it snows on the sides of Anguish here. It was snowing earlier, but it's not snowing now. Oh well. There's not much else on this place. I might add some more stuff, so I do encourage you to explore to see if you can find some chests or whatnot. I might add some fairies. Probably not fairies. Probably won't add any fairies to the Ruptured Towers because that wouldn't fit what they actually are. Anyway, let's go into, well, maybe fairies. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I'm not promising fairies, and I'm not promising fairies. But yeah, this is the banner for Anguish. There it is. And I'm going to open it now. So, whoa, hello. Right off the bat. Get a bow out here. Get out of my way, Shilfos. Get this guy out. That should help. Anyway, this is Anguish. It is water themed. It is ice because ice is water. And it sort of mirrors how things go in the Zelda games. Let's drop that dog meat. No need no stinking dog meat. Yeah, so everything's frozen. It's not just all water. It is completely ice and frozen and horrible. And, as usual, there is a pedestal with a scroll. In this case, it's a Chilfos that you can summon. And there's a poem. This one is Stolen Waters by Lewis Carroll. Originally, all of the poems were by Lewis Carroll, but then I was like, as much as I like Lewis Carroll, I need to make things a little more varied. And, not everything fit. But this is one of my favorite poems, because it's really cool. It's really cool. It's good. So that's a good thing. And then the Chilfos is a good thing. And the Armos got stuck in the wall. And this is a different kind of Armos. This is an Armos with a two-handed sword. So that's that. What else? I should probably... Is that it? Yeah, I'm gonna bring up my candlelight. Because that looks... Oh. Yeah, that closes up. Right, so as you approach, it used to be that this hallway wasn't as good, and well, one of my last things that I did before I released 6.0 was to improve this hallway so that that was actually accessible, and that the that thing went up to sort of tease you. So you have to go down, and there's a tech type. Good old tech type. Am I right, tech type? Blue Tektite jelly. That's good. Alright, time to jump into this water. And at the very bottom of this pit is a chest. And inside the chest is Zora stuff. So there's a Zora light armor, Zora mask in here. And some Zora, pretty much all the Zora armor you would need, and a Zora weapon. So that's cool. And that one is closed, so we'll have to go here. And you gotta be careful in Anguish because there's so much water. It's a good thing to have a... I should probably get a Zora helmet, so that I don't lose my air. So I'm gonna grab one of those, make sure that I can actually survive underwater. Which is another reason why this is here, so that you can actually keep breathing. So, oh, that's not enchanted at all. No, probably. Yeah, let's put that on. I'll take the Zora mask too. So now I'm wearing Zora armor and I can breathe underwater. Because Zora armor. Breathe. Just gotta check to make sure. Yeah, water breathing. Don't know why they're red. Not my fault. I could probably fix it, but it's such a minor thing that there's some other things that need fixing more. Okay. And there's a Wizrobe. Hello, Wizrobe. Don't mind me. This one's a Frost user. He uses Frost magic. Because we're in the water thing. Oh, he even knows. Yeah, you get down there. There he is. You dead. Alright. I don't think he's important. What is important is this. Even though there's a light right next to it, it's kind of easy to miss, so you gotta pull that. And I'm gonna check his inventory. I know he has a Tonto. Oh, black Tektite jelly. Nice. There was another thing over here. This is where the Armos used to be, but it is gone now, so it's not here. But there might be something lying around down here by these rocks. Yep, there's another Zora weapon. So there's a few Zora weapons scattered around, and he's dead. Oh, there it is. So let's swim all the way across to this place that used to be covered by a portcullis. That is the way out. We'll come back to that, obviously, because that's how you get out. Alright. There's a greater Chilphos, and one of the rare times that using that ambush marker actually works. So I think I may have explained that in the Kino Langdonzell video, but it bears repeating. The greater Chilphos look like frost astronauts, because the story is that, at least this is my take, the normal Chilphos, which are sort of they're an expansion of an enemy from Twilight Princess. Geez, this guy just really likes using that move. Normal Chilphos are those icy skeletons, and then as they take on water, the ice freezes around them, so they end up getting like a thick skin of ice, which is why the greater Chilphos look like that. Alright. I should probably put Stalrim on the greater Chilphos. Anyway, I pulled another thingy. That one pulled down the drawbridge from up above. So I'm going to swim up to that drawbridge. Come on, come on. There we go. And I know that I will need a certain shout. No, I said no. So yeah, this drawbridge is down now, so I'm going to head up. And as you look up, you'll see the inside of the shipwreck. Alright, buddy, don't you be throwing those ice pots at me, you jerk. Ooh, you have those ice pots. Oh no. Oh, I wonder if this other guy had ice pots. No, ooh, he has a glass rapier though. That's nice. Good for him. Alright. Yeah, so I also have throwing weapons light, which is why that guy had ice pots. So here, you'll either need to do some clever jumping, or use whirlwind sprint, or use the rock cape. I'm going to use whirlwind sprint because reasons. And I hear another thing happening. Oh, hello. Oh, I never noticed that. Oh well. Another one. Sort of. Hey buddy. You got some ice oil pot. He has oil pot, but he had yeah, he threw one. Alright, now here's the really cool part. There he is. It's a Chilphos carrying a Zora sword, wearing a Zora mask, and having a carrying a Zora shield as well. Yeah, there's the heavy Zora mask in the dungeon. There's a Zora shield, Zora sword. It's really nice. And so now here's the sort of a puzzly puzzle. There's two ways to do this. You can either, there's nothing up here, but you can try to jump whirlwind sprint to that, or you can just jump over to this rock. It's a little tricky. I'm gonna quick save. No, it's not that tricky. Way to use a bow at close range, buddy. You're a good... Alright. jumping. I'll knock your shins down. I'll cut your deuce. And now, that's the final part of the dungeon. And there's another book here. Ah, well, that explains it. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so yeah, it's over here. Acid Lakes. And this guy is... That's a quote from King's Quest 6. This one is about the Zoras, yeah. And then it's the... Whoever built the Ruptured Tower is talking about Rudo. So that makes it obvious who it was. But, this is sort of, oh, I should just pick that up so that it stops doing funky things. But Acid Lakes is more or less written from my own experience. Because, you know, Relics of Hyrule helped me work through some things, and that was one of them. I actually had writer's block writing Acid Lakes, and I'm like, what do I talk about at this point? And then I'm like, oh, I could just talk about Rudo, if that makes sense. So I just talked about Rudo and brought in my own experiences of stuff. So, yeah, whatever, there you go, that's that. Now it's time to open Roshk, which I could have called Agony, but I chose to call it Roshk, because reasons. And this is the final boss of Anguish. Anguish is pretty short. This is the final boss. So I'm going to get my bow ready, because I know that it is a dragon. Okay, here we are. There's the dragon. I recently moved him. He used to stand there, but now I put him over there. And it's supposed to be raining. But it's not. But that's fine. Ooh. Yeah, Baron's Shade. So there are 3 shades, technically 4, but there's 3 of the bosses are shades. There's Baron's Shade, Elden Shade, and the Lord Shade. And there are ghost dragons, like Giratina. I wonder, actually... No, I don't have anything that can help. God, all the stagger is really annoying. You take that. I throw an oil packet. I think at this point I don't need this thing. I can use my normal weapon. Oh, hello. So Rosh takes place on top of a giant version. I still need to fix that weird rendering issue. It's a giant, well, not giant, but it's a version of the Anguish exterior, complete with a replica of the shipwreck, and you're floating in a sea of water as opposed to something else. And sometimes you'll get knocked off, and if you're lucky you'll land in the ocean, and you have to walk back up. And old Farin here will follow you and land on those floating icebergs, like that one. Land on those floating icebergs. It's really cool. If for some reason you can't if Farin messes up, something goes wrong with him, you can get to this chest that's behind the cabin of this boat, and that has the key in it that you can just in case something goes wrong. But if you just take the key and leave, you're gonna miss out on some loot that only Farin has, and also you're cheating, and that's no fun. Oh, I know that doesn't help. Ice form on one. Ooh, we don't really have much option here. I wonder if I have a summoning spell. Summon stall foes? That doesn't really help. I'll have to start throwing arrows at him. Good arrows, not like those. No elf arrows. Jerk. Oh, why do I have a bomb thrown? Oh, come on. Ooh. Threw me against the side of the boat there. Oh no. Oh, we're dragging combat overhaul. Oh, I almost fell off. Oh, hi. There we go. That took a while, but he did. Okay. So Farron's Shade has Sand of Hours and Soul Dew. All of the shades have Soul Dew, so that's definitely a good thing. That's important, the Anguish key. And up here, in this chest, it only has the Anguish key and some other loot. So it's always better to take out the boss because there's some important stuff that you get. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and back inside. Didn't really get a chance to show you the rest of this, but I do recommend like exploring it by yourself. There's no loot or anything down there, but it is pretty cool. Sort of exploring that. So let's go back down Anguish. And also I made certain to make this the um, what you call it, the glacier acoustic space, so that it sounds like the glacier and all that crap on the ice and all that stuff that I really like. Alright, let's see here. Keep going down. Gotta get really far down, get into the water, and then swim through portcullis here. Portcullis! And there's the way out. There you go. And, door's leaking. And this is the way to Loss, but I'm gonna sort of take a break here and bring you back, and we'll talk about Loss. And it's fitting that the bridge between Loss and Anguish is a whale bridge, because it's very, it's a skeleton and it's a whale, so that makes sense.